Let me get some other callers on. Mr. Mugenzi, on the line from London, I believe. You're running in London, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, your question for the President?
Hello, Mr. President.
Right, Mugenzi.
How do you view the popular uprising in North Africa? And do you think the same could happen in Rwanda, given they have similar grievances? By that I mean lack of political space, lack of freedom of expression, suppression of freedom, suppression of free press, and oppression of opponent.
Well, that is your judgment, but I'll give you my own assessment about the situation. What is happening in the north of Africa, I think, was bound to happen. There has been a clear disconnect between the leaders and the led for a long time, and I think those who are led have had to have come out to have their say in this way. In Rwanda, it is totally different. Maybe that would have happened where before even the genocide took place in Rwanda. But after 1994, what is happening in Rwanda is entirely built on the choices, the feelings, the interests of the people of that country, and that is Rwanda. And the leaders and those who are led are working together to make Rwanda a better place.
If I may just, Mugenzi, I don't know if you're still there, but if allow me to just step in. And you said that his assessment of the situation was his opinion, and that was his judgment. Interestingly, it appears to be the judgment of a number, as you can see to my left, I've got a number of reports from different organizations, international human rights organizations, as well as, well, I'll give you Amnesty International here, I've got Human Rights Watch here, I've got Reporters Without Borders. The theme that's running through this pile of reports to my left is that there is no space for political involvement, especially for those who are opposed to President Kagame and his ruling party.
But
so
I'm
perhaps
glad
it's not so far off the mic.
I'm glad. I think you're just creating a contradiction yourself. When you are talking about what is happening in the north of Africa, we are not talking about demonstrations or uprising of those organizations. We are talking about of people.
Precisely. And this,
so those are not the people of Rwanda. They don't represent the people of Rwanda.
They are talking to the people of Rwanda.
But the people of Rwanda can talk for themselves.
And many of them actually have. Many of them, sadly, from outside Rwanda.
I think you are confusing issues. You are, at the same time, in your introduction, you are talking about elections that took place. And you are talking about the decisions of the Rwandans. So why are you confusing issues? You are talking on one hand the expressions of Rwandans to such a degree that you mentioned. On the other hand, you are reading me a pile of papers of organizations that are not Rwandan. So what is the contradiction about? If those were the ones to carry out elections, maybe they would be saying that. But
apart from being
the
a contradiction,
Rwandans.
Let me get Mugenzi, who is a Rwandan himself, to tell you why he believes that the situation I've just described,
sure,
and which is described in
and
this
is one individual who
he's a Rwandan.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely.
Mugenzi, would you like to come back to the president on that?
Yes, the president is talking about election to try to show that what's happening is there is a freedom. Even in Egypt, if you remember, in the electoral election, the President Mubarak has 95%. So this shows that all the elections are happening in some country where there's not really freedom. You cannot really.
Rwanda is not Egypt, and Egypt is not Rwanda. They are two different places. So, and I'm here speaking for the Rwandans. And if you want to be among those I'm speaking for, then
the freedom
you're welcome.
To express themselves. If they would be given the freedom to express themselves, they would do that.
That's why there is stability, there is progress, there is, the people of Rwanda are happy. Maybe you're talking about another country, not Rwanda.
Yes, the progress, yes, and the stability, yes. But these things, they are not sustainable if there's not freedom. Everyone knows that the history has told us.
Other people think there is freedom and stability. It is only you who don't.
Over the last 20 years, the people of Rwanda have lived under military rule, under dictatorship, where the institutions in our country have not been strengthened, and that has been a design of the current regime, because where you have strong institutions in a country, then you cannot have strong men. The world is being lied to, and the world is being told that the people of Rwanda want General Paul Kagame to continue leading the country indefinitely. The people of Rwanda cannot support or want a regime to continue that has denied them all rights to freedom of speech, that has refused the media to express opinions of the population, a regime that has curbed all forms of accountability, all forms of opposition, all forms of freedom that other people enjoy across the world. 2017, we're coming up to a defining moment in our history, a moment where I believe the people of Rwanda are going to be faced with a question: whether to succumb to the status quo and allow a military dictatorship to continue ruling them indefinitely in the name of democracy, or whether the people of Rwanda are going to stand up and make some demands of the current regime in Rwanda, making it clear to the regime and to the international community that we are not going to stand and allow for such to continue. And it is for that reason that we Rwandans are standing up together and demanding that in 2017 we want change. In 2017, if this rule is going to be forced upon the people of Rwanda, then the people of Rwanda will not accept and they will not recognize that government.
Banyarwandakazi, igihe kirageze ko abanyarwanda duhaguruka tukitorera abayobozi mu bwisanzure nta gitugu dushyizweho mu buryo ubwo ari bwo bwose. Banyarwandakazi, igihe kirageze ko u Rwanda ruba intangarugero muri demokarasi nyayo mu biyaga bigari ndetse no muri Afurika yose, kugera tukareka kuba bagashoza. Bana b'u Rwanda, nimuhaguruke twese hamwe duharanire uburenganzira bwacu, maze umwaka w'2017 uzadusigire ubwisanzure buhamye duhawe na demokarasi.
As I said, they live under extreme fear because they know the costs of expressing alternative view or alternative voice. So they rather express the government line in order to stay, to be safe.
Chers compatriotes rwandais, chers amis et rwandais de Rwanda, permettez-moi de prendre un peu de votre temps aujourd'hui pour vous parler de notre campagne Amahoro Iwacu 2017, ce qui veut dire La paix chez nous 2017. L'objectif de notre campagne est de dire haut et fort et de montrer la vie réelle des Rwandais depuis les derniers 22 ans du régime FPR. Nous appelons notre campagne Amahoro Iwacu 2017, donc La paix chez nous 2017, car l'année 2017 va être une année très importante et pivot dans l'histoire de notre pays. C'est durant cette année-là que prend fin le mandat présidentiel actuel du président Kagame et lançons un ultimatum au régime FPR que, passé cette date, il ne devrait pas continuer de diriger le Rwanda. Les Rwandais seront donc appelés aux urnes pour une élection présidentielle, mais dire cela ne légitime en rien les deux autres mandats que vient de passer au pouvoir le président Kagame, car nous croyons sincèrement que les élections passées, celles de 2003 et celles de 2010, étaient des élections truquées. Les Rwandais vivent depuis les derniers 22 ans dans la peur. Ils vivent dans la peur créée par un régime qui les opprime et un régime qui les brutalise. C'est pourquoi, pour 2017, nous demandons à ce qu'il soit donné une chance aux Rwandais de se choisir librement et démocratiquement leurs dirigeants. Nous voulons aussi lancer un message très clair, non seulement au régime de Kigali, mais aussi à leurs amis et aussi aux gouvernements occidentaux qui continuent de le supporter avec l'argent de leurs contribuables, leur disant qu'ils devraient cesser de supporter un pouvoir brutal qui brutalise son peuple. Nous voulons lancer un message très clair au régime de Kigali qui devrait cesser les tueries et les assassinats des Rwandais à l'intérieur et à l'extérieur du pays. Nous voulons leur lancer un message clair qui devrait cesser les massacres et tueries d'innombrables innocents congolais et aussi leur lancer un message qui devrait arrêter de s'ingérer dans les affaires internes des pays voisins comme le Burundi et la Tanzanie.
Hi, please let me share with you my thoughts on why you should consider joining and supporting our campaign, Amahoro Iwacu 2017. So I used to think there was nothing I could do to change the situation of our people and to affect the future of a lost generation in Rwanda. Why? Because I thought to myself, I'm not political, I'm not super rich, and I can't see what I as an individual can do to bring that change. However, this campaign has really made me realize that as an individual, I can make a difference. Imagine if many other young men and women around the world who do care about the future of the youth in our country decided to make their voices heard and campaign for freedom in Rwanda. All those voices cannot be ignored, and dictatorships count on the fact that people don't come together and stand up against them. So why not start now? Come to our campaign events and show your solidarity. Our hope is that Rwandans, especially the youth, will be encouraged by your participation and that we will see the beginnings of a peaceful revolution in our country. It's all in our hands.
Amahoro Iwacu ni kampanye, ntabwo ari umuryango cyangwa na association, ni kamwe abantu bishyize hamwe kugira ngo bahagurukire ikibazo cya demokarasi cyo mu Rwanda, cyane cyane mu mwaka wa 2017 igihe manda ya Perezida Kagame izaba irangiye. N'abantu bishyize hamwe kugira ngo duhaguruke dusakuze dusabe yuko mu Rwanda mu mwaka wa 2017 demokarasi nyayo yajyaho isesuye, hakabaho amatora nyayo, amashyaka y'abanyarwanda, amashyaka politike y'abanyarwanda nayo agakora politike mu Rwanda, bagafungura abantu bafunze ba politike bose, none ikibazo kijyanye n'uburenganzira bw'ikiremwamuntu mu Rwanda kigatangira kigakurikizwa.
Icyo nakongeraho gusa nuko mu izina ryahawe kampanye yacu, niyo mpamvu abantu bagomba kubona ko buri gihe aba ariho Amahoro Iwacu 2017, Amahoro Iwacu 2017, ni kugira ngo dushimangire icyo kintu cy'uko umuryango wacu wa kampanye bisi twishyize hamwe kugira ngo dukangurire abanyarwanda n'abandi bose ku isi, abantu baharanira uburenganzira bw'ikiremwamuntu kandi baharanira kwishyura ukizana, ko twafatanya twese tugafatana urunana. Kandi ngira ngo mbwira abantu ko ibyo twiyemeje tuzabigeraho ngira ngo ubu ngubu turimo gutegura ibyinshi turi mu bikorwa byinshi bitegura yuko koko ibyo duharanira twabigeraho.
Dalipunga, Dela Gufa, Madiba, Nolomsila, Vela Bambensele, Yem. A global icon, internationally acclaimed.
Nelson Mandela, Dada Madiba, father of the nation. Nelson Mandela, Dada Madiba, father of the nation. Kawela makawe, ageko ovana naye. Kawela makawe, ageko ovana naye. Imisebenzi yakho iyasimangaza, uyibekile njengwebandla, sonke sifisa ukufana nawe. Uyisibonele emhlabeni wonke, uhlanganisa abamnyama nabamhlophe, wasenza sabanye sohlala sikuthanda.
Madiba, we shall sustain the momentum. Madiba, we shall preserve your legacy. Madiba, we shall emulate your values and principles. History demands that we succeed as a nation. History demands that we do not become complacent. History demands that we do not rest on our laurels and work harder. We are duty bound to rise above malice and prejudice. Let reason and wisdom prevail. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, a human treasure, a chief of Abatembu tribe, a former amateur boxer, a graduate from Robben Island Prison, a lawyer by profession. Madiba, a legendary leader, the first commander of Umkhonto weSizwe, a torchbearer who captured world attention, a trendsetter par excellence, 27 years behind bars in a concrete jungle. Indeed, the long road to freedom, the long walk to freedom.
You're our banner of peace, our pillar of strength, our soldiers' boots. You're the father of nations, the world's icon. Your name shall live on. Long live Tata Mandela. Sohlala sikuthanda. Nelson Mandela. Siyabonga Tata Madiba, father of the nation. Oh, Nelson Mandela, Tata Madiba, father of the nation. Sohlala sikuthanda, akekho ofana nawe. Sekawela makawe, akekho ofana naye. Akekho ofana naye. Hero of the nation. There is no one like him. You united black and white, I'm a rainbow nation.
From prison to presidency, the first black president of a democratic South Africa. Madiba, a catalyst. Madiba, a reconciler. Madiba, a unifier. A unifier who embraced the enemies of our struggle. Love can best be measured by ability to forgive. Madiba, a genius extraordinary.
Oh, Tata Madiba, oh, Tata,
God was in a happy mood when he created Nelson Mandela through his parents. Long live the resilient spirit of Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. Long live.